My name is Koen Schobbers and I used to be a professional athlete in the gaming and esports industry, and nowadays I have my own company focused on education, consultancy and speaking. The gaming and esports industry at the moment is really big. It's a $151 billion industry, which is 3.5 times bigger than the movie industry and 5.5 times bigger than the music industry. There's 450 million people watching gaming competitions worldwide, which is equal to, for example, golf in the sports industry. And 2.4 billion people are playing mobile games in 2019, and that's just mobile games, so it's very big. I think it's the newer generation that is engaging with all the things that they have, like internet, new technologies, and they just manage to put that in a competitive environment and building the esports industry. And I think it's very attractive to look at. It's basically sports, like you look from the outside, to athletes performing on the highest level. And even though it's a bit of fantasy and less real life and simulation, I think there's a lot of engaging opportunities. We can talk with the players on Twitch, for example. We can chat with players at events. They're very accessible. I think that's very attractive. I think companies have a lot of opportunities in the gaming and esports industry, maybe like even too many to make a good choice, because you can sponsor teams, but you can also sponsor events, you can have activities with certain athletes, you can have ambassadors, and I think the biggest opportunity of all is that with gaming and esports you can engage with a young audience, and you can reach the younger generation that is interested in something they really like doing. And when they see a company is supporting their passion, their industry, I think you have a step forward compared with competitors that don't engage with that same industry. I think the future of gaming and esports is going to be more physical, where now players are sitting on their chairs playing games even though the heart rate is still 160, 170, and they do a lot of fitness behind the cameras, behind the screens. I think it's going to be more physical in front of the screen, so with VR, AR and MR, I think sports and esports will be kind of combined into one, and therefore innovating both worlds in becoming more innovative, more technological, as well as more physical. I think that's probably the most interesting question of all, right? I think in the end you can't stop this industry. It started, it's so big, it's growing bigger and bigger and bigger, and I think it will add to a utopia, to like this fantasy dream future where people engage. I think esports and gaming have no borders. It's very easy to communicate with people from China, from America, and play with these people as well, which is a great addition to having a utopia, being able to connect with people around the world. Of course, there's also elements of this utopia, like the addiction side of things, but I think if you focus on the positive, which is definitely, like there's more positives than negatives, of course, in my opinion, then I think that will definitely add to a utopia, and it can have a great place in future sports.